All right, so you're all welcome back to the third segment on this particular presentation. Like you saw almost at the end of the presentation on the second part, or at the end of the presentation of the second part, I started doing analysis on how to purchase licenses by showing you the different license categories. Now, that actually continues in this third part or this third segment of the presentation. Now, I said the smallest license in here is called light, and every license that you purchase has what we call a split limit. A split limit is simply a number that precises the maximum number of shares that you can actually get to purchase. In other words, it precises the maximum number of split contracts that you can buy from the system. So if you want to buy more split contracts or more shares with the system, you need also to buy either more licenses or you need to go in for a bigger license that gives you the possibility to buy up to the number of split contracts that you are actually interested in. So let us come back to this license, which is called the light. Like you see here, limit 1. It therefore means if you go in for this license, the maximum number of shares or split contracts that you can buy from this system is just 1. If you need to buy another one again, then you might have to buy this license again for the second time. So it's possible to buy this license as many times as you want. And you can buy any license also in any category. There is nothing like upgrade, maybe from a smaller license to another license. No. If you want to buy the light license, go in for it. If you're interested in the air license, you go in directly for the air license. There's nothing like buying the light license and tomorrow you can upgrade to the air license. No, all the licenses are independent. You can buy any one of or each one of them as many times as possible, and you can buy them in any order. There's no particular order you are expected to follow to buy them. So it all depends on, the resources that you have in hand. Now, to buy this license, just to purchase the license alone, what is the cost? This license actually is going to cost you 110 euros. That's the price of this license. What is the equivalent of this 110 euros in USDTs? There's another table where I'm going to simplify all of this. I'll show you the prices in USDTs and of course in franc CFA for those who are within the franc CFA zone. I'll show you the equivalence of that. So globally, to purchase this particular license alone, it will cost you 110 euros. Then, since you have the possibility to buy a maximum number of just one share, so for you to buy that one share, it is going to cost you another 110 euros. So the license alone is 110 euros. Then buying the share, which actually corresponds to your split limit, which is 1, will still cost you another 110 euros, which means this package, when I say a package is a combination of the license and the split contracts that are defined by the split limit. So for you to buy this package as a whole will cost you a total of 220 euros. Then you would have had this. For somebody who is interested in the air, if you buy this air, the price for this air license alone is 220 euros. And you have the possibility to buy up to a maximum of 2 shares or 2 split contracts. I already told you here that one split contract costs 110 euros. So since you have the possibility to buy two splits, so 110 euros multiplied by 2 gives you what? 220. So the total that you're going to spend here actually is what? 220 euros plus 220 euros. That should give you 440 euros. So with 440 euros, having how many number of splits? 2 splits. If you divide 440, it means that actually one split, which is a combination of the license and the split contract itself, will cost you what? 220. So this is the average cost per split. Because the total amount you're going to spend will be the license cost, which is 220 euros, plus the cost of the 2 splits individual, which is the same 220. That gives you a total of 440. So averagely, 440, which is the total amount you spend on this package, divided by the 2 splits, which you actually have. So if you do that division, it still gives you the same 220. Now, if you come here to this one, for somebody who is interested in having 5 shares, then you need to buy this license. So let me do the analysis on this one. For somebody who is interested in buying 10 shares, then you need to go in for a basic license. The basic license gives you the possibility to buy what? Up to 10 splits. Just this license alone is going to cost what? 1,100 euros. Then for you to be able to purchase the 10 splits, one split like we already saw here is going to cost you what? 110 euros. So 110 euros multiplied by 10 gives you another 1,100 euros, which means the cost of the license plus the cost of the 10 splits will give you what? 2,200 euros. Now, 2,200 euros for you, in fact, that's actually the amount you need to be able to own 10 splits or 10 shares in the system. So if you divide 2,200 euros by 10, it means that one of these 10 splits actually costs you an average of what? 2,000 or rather 220 euros. That's the meaning of cost per split, 220 euros. Same analysis you need to apply to the other ones, the other packages, you know, the bigger ones. These are them here. So it all depends on exactly what you want. Now, assuming that somebody comes in for this particular license, you buy a license for this basic license for 1,100 euros, but you don't have up to 1,100 euros to buy all of these 10 splits at once. It's not a problem. You can be buying these splits individually. Like today, you might have 110 euros. You come in here, since you have a total limit capacity of 10, means you have the possibility to buy up to 10. So you can be buying the splits gradually until you exhaust the entire split limit that is defined by the license that you purchase. So you are not condemned to purchase all the split contracts that are specified by your split limit at once. No, you can do the purchases gradually. So it's as simple as that. Same thing applies to these other bigger packages. Now, the surprise I have for you, that surprise, unfortunately, is ending in the next 2 days. What is the date of today? Today is actually the 29th of January 2024 that I'm doing this particular recording. So in the next 2 days, you have the possibility to benefit from this special promo. What is this promotion all about? Now I'm going to walk you through the promotion. This is what the promotion is all about. If you are able to purchase this license, which is the smallest license called Light. Remember, I just showed you previously on the previous chart that the split limit of this Light is what? 1. It's just 1. Meaning that if you purchase this license, then you have the possibility to purchase just one split contract. By the time you decide to start purchasing the split contracts, you can purchase just a maximum of 1. But within the context of this promo, which is ending in the next 2 days, the company has decided to increase the split limit. So instead of you buying 1 and getting 1, the company is giving you an extra of 6. So the company gives you extra 6, or the possibility to buy extra 6. Meaning that your total split limit now moves from 1 to what? To 7. So it means that the person who purchases this license will eventually have the possibility to purchase up to 7 split contracts. Yeah, the price for the license doesn't change. It's the same as the one you saw on the previous chart, which I showed. It's still the same 110. But at the end of these 2 days, this extra of 6 will disappear and you'll be left with the original value, which is 1. So if you are able to participate in this promo, you will pay the same 110 euros and you get up to a split limit of what? 7. Then each of these 7 split limits, which is actually representing the split contracts you can purchase, each one of them will cost you 110 euros. So you need to spend 110 euros multiplied by 7, which will give you around about 770 euros for you to buy all 7 split contracts that you have the possibility to buy under this license. Same thing applies to this one. The person who buys air, instead of you getting a split limit of 2, you have extra 2 of that has been added, which gives you 14. Same thing with this one. Instead of getting 5, you get 30 extra, give you a total of 35. Then if you come to this one, plus, instead of buying and getting just 50, you have an extra of 300, which gives you a total of what? 350. Same thing with these other bigger packages. Instead of getting, in fact, it ends here. The promo ends at the level of Pro. These other packages are not involved inside the promo, these bigger ones. So this is the bigger size. So if you buy the Pro license, instead of you getting a split limit of just 100, an extra of 600 has been added, giving you a total of what? 700. Mind you, if I come back to this one, for the person, if you were supposed to purchase a light license to get a split limit of just 1, you are normally supposed to pay how much? 110 euros to buy the license. But now you have an extra split limit of 6 that has been added, giving you a total of what? 7. Remember, if you were supposed to buy each of these split limits, this extra of 6, if you were to buy each one of them, you would have bought each of them for what? The same 110. So you're normally supposed to spend 110 euros times 6 to buy the license. It's like you are buying this light license, 6 of them separately, for you to be able to have a total split limit of what? 7. But now you pay just a one-time 110 euros and the company gives you 7 of them. It's like you are buying one thing and getting 6 extra, like what they commonly refer to in Pidgin, buy 1, take 2. But in this case, it's buy 1, take 6. So you use one stone to shoot several birds at once. That is what is unique about this promotion. So after the promotion, anybody who is coming to buy a license like this one, for instance, light, once you purchase it, you have the normal split limit, which is 1. And that is it. If you need to have a split limit up to 7, then you have to buy about 7 of this same light license, with each costing you 110 euros. That's why you need to take advantage of this license as soon as possible before it goes out. So that is what the promo is all about. Now, to give you clarity on it again, so that you can understand the advantages with this. Somebody was to buy the basic license, which was going to cost the person 1,100 euros. And that normal basic license, without any promo, comes with a split limit of 10. Means the person will buy the license for 1,100 euros. To buy all 10 splits will cost the person 1,100 euros, which means the total amount the person would have spent on this package is this 1,100 euros plus this one, which gives you 2,200 euros. So if you divide 2,200 euros by 10 splits in general, it means that one split in essence actually costs you 220 euros. That's the cost per split. That's without the promo. But now, if you do the purchase of this split within the context of this promo, if you spend the same 1,100 euros, instead of you getting a split limit of just 10, you are going to get 10 with an extra of 60. You have 60 more that have been given to you, which means you now have a total of what? 70. Meaning that if you come back to this session, you have your normal 10 without the promo, which is normally there. Then you have 60 again that has been added. This 60 represents what? This 10 multiplied by 6 means that you have 60 extra basics that have been given to you for free. You purchase just one basic, which has a limit of 10. Now they are giving you 6 extra containing 10 also each. So you bought one and received 6 extra. Remember, if you were to buy each of these 6 extra ones, one of them would have cost you how much? 1,100 euros for the license only. You would have spent another 1,100 euros. So in essence, you will be compared to spend how much? 1,100 euros multiplied by 6, which is 6,600. That is what you would have spent extra to get these extras, 6 licenses that you've gotten for free by just buying one. You get these 6 extra for free, with each having a capacity of what? 10 splits, or each having a limit capacity of 10. So which means if you are able to buy, the license with just 1,100 euros, you are going to get a split limit of what? 70 instead of 10 only. And so if a group of 10 splits is going to cost you 1,100, and how many groups of these 10 splits do you have here? This is already a group of 6, plus this one, which you're normally supposed to get, whether there's a promo or not. That makes it a total of 7. So it means that if you multiply 7 by the price of one group, which is 1,100, that gives you a total of what? 7,700. Now, the license itself, the one-time license you bought, that came with everything, is 1,100. So if you add 1,100 to this 7,700, which is the total you need to buy all 70 splits at once, that gives you a total of what? 8,800 euros. Means that with 8,800 euros, you can purchase a basic license that has a split limit of 70, and you have the possibility, in fact, you are actually buying the 70 split contracts also at once with a total of 8,800. That means if you divide 8,800 by 70 splits, which you have, that will give you an average of what? 126 euros, which means that your one split actually cost you how much? 126 euros instead of what? 220 euros in this case, which means that the more splits you are buying at once, the more the splits are sold to you at a discount. So if you do this division, it means that you actually bought one split at 126 only euros instead of 220. So that's the advantage that you have when you buy more split at once. But mind you, as each day passes, this extra number of splits is reduced by a certain quantity. It's not like that 60 stays there till then. No. Maybe every passing day, the company says we are going to remove 10% out of it, out of this extra capacity of 60, or 20%, or 30%. So as the days are passing, they are removing a certain percentage out of it till the end of the promo. So it's that simple. That's why you need to take advantage of it as soon as possible. Now, let us put it into perspective where we have a summary of all of those packages. Now, once I do the explanation here, you'll be able to know the equivalence of each package you're interested in, you know, in terms of dollars or in terms of franc CFA, depending on the zone where you find yourself. Excuse me. So these are the packages. The smallest one is the light. So without any promo, that's why this chart is showing you two sections. This upper section is for those who are buying, you know, the packages when the promo is over. For somebody who wants to take the advantage of the promo, this is it here. This is a section for the promo, which is indicated legendary promo packages. And like I said, the promo ends in the next 2 days. Now, let us discuss about this section without the promo. Assuming that there is no promotion now, and somebody is interested in buying the license light. If you buy this license light, it comes with a split limit of what? 1. Means that you can get to buy just one split contract or one share in the system. You can't buy more unless you want to buy another license again later. Just to buy this license alone, under this section, split license, the license alone is going to cost you $127. Remember, this price here involves transactional charges already integrated inside. The transactional charges are already involved because for you to be able to do the purchase, you need something called a gas fee, and the gas fee is paid strictly in terms of smart coins. So the amount of money you need to buy the gas in terms of smart coins is already included. Everything is included inside. Now, the equivalence of this for somebody who is within the CEMAC zone, who is using franc CFA, is 85,090. That's what you need just to buy the license light. Then, the split limit for this license, like I said, is 1. Meaning that if you want to buy the share, you can buy just a maximum of 1 share. If you come to this section where it is written split contract, which is actually the share. If you are now interested in buying the split contract itself, which is just one split contract, when you want to buy it, it's going to cost you $130. $130. Why? Because there is a minimum number of smart coins you'll be expected to have inside your wallet before you are able to make use of the wallet to do the purchase. So everything is going to cost you $130 for somebody who doesn't have smart coins at all. Now, in France CFA, it's going to cost 87,100 for the split contract. That means the total you would have spent on this package alone, this is it, in dollars, will be the cost for the license, which is 127, plus the cost, plus the cost of what? The split contract itself, which is 130. That gives you a total of $257, which is equivalent to 172,190. It's as simple as that. Same thing applies to any other package here. So if you take basic has a split limit of 10. So the cost of this basic license alone is $1,216, which is equivalent to 814,720 francs CFA. Or if you have smart coins, for people who have smart coins, then you will be expected to spend 16,500 smart coins. So like I said, the option to buy with smart coins, the option to buy with smart coins or with win tokens is or will only be available for the next 2 days. After the next 2 days, these two options or these two methods to do the purchases will disappear. So you will only be left with this option here. And remember, when I say this is going to cost you, for instance, $1,216 in USDT, it doesn't mean that with your USDT, for instance, you can get into the system and do the no. You will take this $1,216, you go to the exchange market with this amount, you convert it for ULTIMA tokens. Then you bring now the ULTIMA tokens, use them now to purchase the license. Because the license cannot be purchased directly with USDTs. I already mentioned the currency you can make use of to purchase the license. Same thing applies to the split contract. If you want to buy the split contract, because here you have the possibility to buy up to 10 split contracts. So assume you want to buy all 10 split contracts at once, then it will cost you $1,270 or 850,900 francs CFA. That's if you want to buy everything at once. But if you don't have the money to buy all 10 split contracts at the same time, you can begin to do what? Buy one split contract at a time. And you've already seen here that one split contract to buy it or to purchase it will cost you 130. So you can spend time doing your $130 purchases till you end up purchasing everything as defined by the limit of your split license which you purchase. So the total in all of this stands at $2,486 or 1,665,620 francs CFA. You can do that conversion also in your local currency, depending on the country where you find yourself. That is for the packages which do not have or which are not involved in the promo. But right now, all of these packages are involved in the promo. This is what is special about the promo. And like I said, the promo ends in the next 2 days. Now, what is unique? I already explained previously. So for the case of the light license, instead of you purchasing the light license for $127 and getting just a split limit of 1, in this context, instead of having a split limit of 1, it is increased to 6 or to 7 rather. Before now, it was 7, but the number has been reduced. Like I said, every passing day, they keep reducing the number. So right now, if you do the purchase of the license, you are going to get a split limit of just 6 only. And by tomorrow, it's going to drop also by another percentage. Just like that till the end. So you are going to spend the same $127. The price doesn't change. And you have an extra split limit of 5 added onto your normal one, which gives you a total of 6. The person who did the purchase yesterday normally should be having but 7. That is it for the license. But remember, with a split limit of 6, it therefore means that for you to buy all the split contracts that correspond to that total capacity of 6, each split contract costs you what? What amount? $130. So if you multiply $130 by 6, yeah, that should give you $780. That's how much you need to spend to purchase all 6 split contracts. But like I said, you can be buying one at a time. So if you want to buy everything at once, then this package here within this promo will cost you $907, which is equivalent to 607. So assuming that you successfully purchase your 6 splits or 6 shares, simply go back to the calculations I did on that Excel spreadsheet. Ask yourself if the total number of splits that have been bought in the system is equal to this, and the number of ULTIMA tokens shared every day is equal to that. If you divide that number by the total number of splits inside the system, that means one share or one split contract attracts this amount in ULTIMA tokens. Multiply now that amount by the number of shares that you have bought. You will see the fraction of ULTIMA tokens you will benefit out of that daily distribution. Then from there, you can do those calculations and you see how much you are actually earning every day on the number of splits that you have. So there is nothing here like monthly payments or monthly returns on investment. There's nothing like that. Because what you receive every day, what you receive today, will likely not be the same thing you are going to receive tomorrow. Will likely not be the same thing you are going to receive the next day. So that we cannot produce a chart to say this is how much you are going to be making every day. No, because what you are making every day is not fixed. So you can't talk of a daily estimated profit. There is nothing like that. You have to do the calculations. Thank God there is a smart wallet which you are going to install on your phone. Through that smart wallet, you will always get the data made available. Then they will always show you the total number of split contracts that have been bought inside the system. That app is going to show it to you. You always see it there live. Then inside that same app, which is called the smart wallet, you will also see your own maximum number of your own splits, which you have purchased, your own. Out of that total number of splits inside the system, you see everything written there. Then what you are going to get also as your own earnings for that day, everything will be exposed inside that wallet. So much so that you can also do the calculations yourself. Take the number of ULTIMA tokens that have been shared for that day by the total number of split contracts that have been seen in the system for that day. You will see the quantity of ULTIMA tokens that is attracted by one smart contract. Then multiply by your own total number of smart contracts. You will see the amount that you are supposed to get in function of your own number of smart or split contracts for yourself for that day. You see everything mentioned there. Then directly below, it is also going to show you the dollar equivalents of the ULTIMA tokens that you have received for that day. So that app already simplifies everything for you. You just get a detailed listing on all of that every day. So you can actually consult to say, okay, today I have made this number of dollars on my shares. The next day, you can see how much you have also earned through your number of shares for that particular day. You can decide to accumulate your daily earnings and then you do a one-time withdrawal. That's if you want to withdraw something substantial. Or if you want, you can be doing daily withdrawals. That's also up to you. So it's absolutely important. So this chart is, in fact, strictly indicative. Do not take any of these values to be exact values. They are not exact because they are bound to change following changes in the markets. I want you to understand that well. If the market changes in certain parameters, don't be surprised that all of these amounts also can change. They can experience changes as well. Either they are increasing or they are reducing, depending on the time you want to join the system also. So it's very important. But mind you, if the price of the ULTIMA token keeps going upward, the more you also be expected to spend, to get yourself involved as well. So that's why you need to get on board as soon as you can. Now, there are footnotes here, which are also worthy for you to read all of them. So you can actually take time and you read through. They are very important before you get started. Now, how this actually works, this one is just a demonstration on how this works, but I've already explained all of this on that Express sheet. So the explanation I did on that Express sheet, that's the same explanation that you get on all of this. So there is no need, repeating everything. Okay, like I said, there is an app which you are going to install on your phone, which is called the Smart Wallet. For instance, this is how the Smart Wallet looks like. This is how the interface looks like. On this section here, you see 414,029. Means that at the time this screenshot was taken, there was already a total of 414,029 split contracts that have been bought in the system. That's what is referred to as total supply unity splits. Means that all the shares that have been bought in the system as of this day, when the screenshot was taken, stood at 414,029. Then this person, whoever owned this wallet, inside the wallet already, the person had bought 10 split contracts. These are them here. Then daily reward. What is the delegated liquidity pool sending out every day? Like I already said, it's 51.84. This is it. So which means this person owning 10 shares, how much is he going to get out of these 51.84 ULTIMA tokens distributed for this day? So if you divide 51.84 by this total number of shares, that is going to give you how much? It's going to give you this amount here. You see this 0.000125 ULTIMA tokens. That's what this person is going to receive for each of these is 10 split contracts. So if you multiply this fraction here by this 10, then you will see what the person would have earned in a particular day. But from the way I see it, it shows that this person had already accumulated, payments for several days. Because if you look at this, it shows that the person has accumulated a total of 0.01407 ULTIMA tokens. This should have been an accumulation that took place for several days. So it shows that accumulating this quantity, 0.01407, this number of ULTIMA tokens, if you multiply them by the price of one ULTIMA token at that time, then it actually corresponded to $100.7214. So it means that this person has actually accrued $100.7214 US dollars, USDTs. So the person, if the person clicked here, you see where it is written claim reward. It is a button. In fact, this app is on your phone. So once you see this number of ULTIMA tokens standing here, which is known as my estimated reward. Remember, I told you all of this as estimates, because as this number here is increasing, the number of ULTIMA tokens, this one, the number of ULTIMA tokens here also will be reducing. But even though it is reducing, be careful. Remember, the price also is growing. The price of the same ULTIMA token is growing. Anyway, I've already explained that. So every blessed day, you simply need to click on this button where it's reading claim reward. Once you click on it, there's a checkbox that is going to appear for you to confirm it. Once you confirm that checkbox, that is all. Your coins automatically would have been withdrawn still and will still remain inside this same wallet, which is called the ULTIMA wallet. Then from there, you can withdraw the coins to where? To any of those exchange markets. And then you convert the coins for USDTs. Or you can transfer the coins directly to your ULTIMA debit card. and then you go to the nearest ATM machine, you make use of them. Or you can transfer the coins from here, you participate in our crowdfunding program, or you use them in the real estate program, or use them in the cars program, owing to purchase what? Cashback vouchers. In fact, how to make use of the coins is entirely up to you from that moment. Of course, do not bother. There are tutorial videos that can guide you on how to go about this, and the tutorial videos are actually made available. If you are interested, simply get to your upline or whoever spoke to you about the business. Be rest assured, the person will provide you with one or several of such videos. It's very important. Okay, remember, with the delegated liquidity pool, this is the advantage. This is the advantage as opposed to the farming era, because this company had some coins that it actually, had been dealing with, and people could only get those coins, through a certain technology which is called farming. But we are no longer in that era. That period has passed where we were doing farming. Now, what was peculiar with that farming technology was the fact that the more people are joining the system, the more the coins that people are actually producing, which they can actually take to the market. And the disadvantage with this system is the fact that the more people are joining, the more coins they are getting, which means the more coins they are taking to the market. And the risk of that is that at some point there might be an excessive availability of those coins in the market, which can play down negatively on the price of the coin. So that's a disadvantage with this farming method. That's why the company had to migrate from this method to a new method, which is a decentralized finance method. It's a different model on its own through our delegated liquidity pool. What is unique with this method is the fact that the more people are joining, the lesser will be the possibility for somebody to be able to get a large quantity out of the quantity of ULTIMA tokens that are shared every day to all the shareholders, which means it will be difficult for an individual to actually get to supply a huge quantity of ULTIMA tokens in the market. Unlike this method here. With this method, one person can actually farm several coins, and then take the coins to the market at will. And then they have the possibility to move the market left and right. They have that possibility to do that. But with this method, the more people are joining the system, the more difficult it is for one person to have a huge quantity of tokens that they can take to the market and then move the market left and right. So that means with this decentralized system, it is impossible for us to have market dumps. That is the advantage with this. So with this, I think this is actually the essential you need to retain for now with regards to this particular business. Now, it also has a network marketing component, which I'm not going to, show you in this particular segment of the presentation. Maybe in the next, segment of the presentation, which is part 4 of it, you will be given details on the network marketing component of this business. And like I told you earlier, it is one compensation plan you will not be able to resist, taking advantage of by the time you watch the 4th segment, and then you understand all the advantages that you can possibly get by involving yourself in the network marketing component, of this particular business. So again, I guess you would have retained the essential on how to go about this particular business. And let me remind you again, once you're already an affiliate of this delegated liquidity pool with their number of shares, you are going to be receiving payments according to the number of shares or according to the number of split contracts every day for the next 100 years. As a matter of fact, 100 years is because we don't want to exaggerate things. Otherwise, you are going to receive this payment for a lifetime. It is for life. It's just that sometimes when we say for life, some people might look at it to be too extreme. That's why we decide to put that number, 100 years. Otherwise, in reality, you are going to be earning all of that for the next 100 years. And most importantly, before I forget, most importantly, it is not like the possibility for people to buy these split contracts or these shares is going to remain open till the kingdom come. No, there is a maximum number of shares that are meant to be bought by everybody out there. Once they would have bought all of those number of split contracts from the system, that will be all. The company will close it. There will be no more possibility for people to buy shares, which means that from that period, only those who would have bought shares will continue to benefit from this system daily for the next 100 years or for a lifetime. It will not be possible for anybody again to buy shares in the system. So that's one thing you also need to understand. So it's not like you can actually come in and buy the shares whenever you like. No, there is a period, and that period is a function of the total number of shares that would have been sold out, the total number of split contracts. Once the number is attained, that is all. The company stops it. There will be no more possibility to buy split contracts. That's why you need to take action right now. As soon as you can, make sure you get on board and you can have as many shares as you can. I hope somebody has actually understood this. So please do well to watch the fourth segment of the presentation, so as to get, detailed knowledge on the network marketing component of this business. So once again, my name is Lumen Christie, the CEO of Lumen Chris Digital Assets Academy. Please do not forget, make sure you subscribe to this channel you'll be receiving alerts on the subsequent videos, which I'm going to be uploading on this site. So that you have to stay informed. Whenever such a video is uploaded, you'll be the first to be informed so that you can watch it and then you take action based on the essentials that would have been shared in such video. So until then, I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you.